We begin with breaking news out of Oman. Swedish DJ and music producer Tim Bergling, known worldwide as Avicii, has died.
In 2016, one of the biggest DJs in the world walked away from it all. No more tours, no more stage. He disappeared at the peak of his fame, and 2 years later, he was dead. What happened to Avicii? Why did a 28-year-old global icon, adored, admired, unstoppable, end his own life? This is a story of obsession, isolation, and the music that was both his gift and his curse. You think you know the story, but you've only heard the headlines. Stay with us, because what really happened to Tim Bergling is deeper, darker, and more important than most people realize. Before the lights, before the drops, before the madness, there was a boy in a quiet room in Stockholm. Tim Bergling wasn't loud. He didn't seek attention. He avoided conflict. But he was driven obsessively to create. At 8, he was remixing songs on his dad's computer. At 14, he downloaded FL Studio. And by 16, he was posting tracks online under the name Avicii, a nod to the lowest level of Buddhist hell. A strange choice for someone so sensitive, but maybe a sign of what was to come. The world discovered him in 2011 with a single track, Levels. It exploded, and so did Tim's life. Suddenly, he wasn't a teenager with a laptop, he was a headliner. Coachella, Tomorrowland, Ibiza, Ultra. From underground blogs to billboards in Times Square, Avicii was everywhere. But no one asked if Tim was ready. And he wasn't. What fans didn't see, Tim was in pain, literally. In 2012, he was diagnosed with acute pancreatitis caused by stress and drinking. He started using alcohol to deal with stage fright, then to numb the pressure, then to survive. He played through pain, nausea, exhaustion. 250 shows a year, airport to hotel, hotel to stage. Repeat. Privately, he begged to stop, but the industry and sometimes even his own team pushed him forward. "I didn't understand the value of saying no," he once said, until it was too late. In 2014, he collapsed. He had emergency surgery, his gallbladder and appendix removed. But just months later, he was back on stage. Tim didn't want to disappoint anyone, fans, promoters, friends, and that's what broke him. Because everyone loved Avicii, but few truly understood Tim. In 2016, Tim made the most important and most misunderstood decision of his life. He quit touring. "I need to live like a real person," he wrote in an open letter. He disappeared from stages, but he never stopped making music. He traveled to the US, Italy, back to Sweden. He read, wrote, meditated. He was trying to heal, and for a while, it worked. In April 2018, Tim flew to Oman for vacation. He laughed, smiled, played with stray cats. Friends said he seemed at peace, but inside he was spiraling. The overthinking, the sensitivity, the existential questions. His mental health had always been fragile, and now he was alone with his thoughts. On April 20th, 2018, Tim Bergling died by suicide. He was 28 years old. The world was in shock. How could someone who gave us so much be hurting that deeply? But Tim's story isn't just a tragedy. It's a wake-up call. He became a symbol not of fame, but of fragility. His death sparked a global conversation about the mental cost of creativity, of touring, of being a brand instead of a person. DJs, artists, athletes, many began to speak out about burnout, about loneliness, about the need for support in an industry that rarely slows down. The Tim Bergling Foundation was created by his parents. Its mission, suicide prevention, mental health awareness, and policy change. His posthumous album, Tim, revealed a softer side of him full of questions, wonder, and a longing for peace. Avicii didn't just give us music. He gave us a mirror showing what happens when pressure silences passion. He showed the world the beauty of melody and the danger of never slowing down. And maybe, just maybe, his story will help others find peace before it's too late. Spread positivity through music. Live a life you will remember.